Good evening, everybody. My name is Mark Poulter from Poulter's Pest Control.
And I'm Peter Bowles-Davis from Integrum Services, and we're back again at Infestation.
Welcome back. Just bear with us one moment, guys. We're just trying to get some light on the situation.
Flip it.
There we go. So we're going to start in the bedroom of where we were last week. The bedroom, should we take them to Hellgate? So for those of you that joined in last week, you may remember this walk of hell. We basically walked into the bedroom where we found the bed. Now, as we described, we've since got the infested bed out. As you can hear from the stickiness, we've done several treatments with chemical, steam, and we've now got the decorators in, no pun intended. Peter's just contacting some of our other people. We've got 12 followers at the moment, Peter. Do you want to just give everyone a bit of an update as to what's been going on within the past week?
Yes. Right, so in the past week, we've done a number of steam treatments using the dry steam for an instant knockdown, and we've applied a residual insecticide through the floorboards, wall floor junctions, and through the whole room. So again, our contractors have been in, they've stripped the property, then we started the treatment. So what you can see at the moment is bits that have been gone through, checked through for bugs and initially knocked down.
Yeah.
We're going to be having to go through all of this again this week coming. We'll go through, we'll steam treat it all again. A lot of this is sentimental stuff for the people that own the flat. As a bit of a surprise for the people that own the flat, our contractors have come in and they're going to be redecorating.
They've done a bloody good job, haven't they, looking at it?
As we can.
For those of you that were here last week, this was, it was like a horror movie. So a big shout out to Barry. I know his wife's watching tonight. Barry and the team, thank you so much for the amazing job that you've done here. So just to give you guys a bit of an insight with regards to heat, Peter's going to try and make his way through the hallway. Thank you, Barry, for the nice sticky floor. You're going to have some bits and pieces stuck to it. Mr. Channing, welcome on board. Mr. Hopkins, good evening. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically get Peter using a little bit of the steam. And now this is called the Cymex Eradicator. Now this is pure dry steam. And Peter will just give a little bit more information as to why steam at a certain temperature is effective against bed bugs.
So whether you know or not, pest controllers that are watching, you'll know this. Bed bugs have an exoskeleton, and they have, the best way to describe it is like a waxy outer cuticle which covers them. By using the steam, it basically melts that off of them almost instantly. So their insides basically run out and they die. The good thing about the Cymex Eradicator, rather than using full-scale whole room heat, is we can really pinpoint where we're doing the treatment. We initially looked at this job and thought we might bring in full room heat gear to heat treat the whole property, but as we've said before, this infestation, this is the core room of where it's spread throughout the building. We know they're in the cavity walls.
Shall we give everyone a little bit of an insight into the kitchen?
I think that's a good idea.
If we just go into the kitchen, just to give you an idea. Now, bearing in mind, hi Lawrence, we're using the Cymex tonight, so a bit of marketing for Killgerm. If we go into the kitchen, now normally bedbug infestations are confined purely to the area of activity, but we've had bedbugs found within the kitchen area. I'll just go down into this little corner here. Now you can see all that black spotting. All those black dots there are where the bed bugs are so highly populated in the actual bedroom down the hallway that they've pushed out into this kitchen. Now the kitchen is in a state because we're yet to find out what we're going to do with it from the client, but it just gives you a bit of an insight as to the living conditions of these residents. I mean, this here is the cooker. So it just gives you an idea as to the way in which some of these people were living their lives. If we go in really close there, you'll actually see a bed bug in a cobweb. So hopefully you can see that bed bug there. And this infestation has just got so massive. If we go into the bathroom, now just to reiterate, that's where the infestation was. This is where it's got to, but before it's got into the kitchen, I think Peter's working on the wooden panel. So infested is the actual bathroom. And again, you can see all that spotting there, everyone. Now that spotting is basically where the bed bugs have deposited, is for the polite of words. That's basically blood which has been consumed from the owners of this property, and it goes right the way along. So the treatment that we did last week has significantly reduced the activity levels, but you can see just how bad this was, that this has gone from the bedroom into the bathroom, into the kitchen, into the living room. The residents were still being bitten in the living room. Now we've had the bathroom painted as well, just because of the living conditions. Got a new toilet seat put on for when you get caught out. But the bugs have also been going into the tile work here. I mean, all of this is going to be steamed tonight. We'll put a bit of steam into there. But they've been living up in the walls. We're just going to get back to Peter, who's just going to take this off in full. But these are the lengths that we have to go to as pest controllers in searching for bed bugs. We'll just go in.
There you go.
So there's a bug just behind there. So we'll just zoom in again. So that's a bed bug that's squeezed in behind the wooden panel in the bathroom. Got lots of fecal and eggs. Oh, we've got some nice eggs there actually, Peter. Oh, sorry, they're nymphs. So we've got some nymphs just there. Nicely dead, because we did go over an insecticide here. So we've got 84 people following us at the moment, Peter.
So just to stop sticking to the floor, we've had quite a few questions come up about
hygiene having something to do with bed bugs.
How it's hygiene to do with bed bugs. So the first one is hygiene doesn't really make a difference. We've dealt with infestations from the top end hotels in the UK right through to £5 a night hostels. It really does make no difference. I've said it before and on the comments, and I'll say it again on this, is that often infestations that get this bad are caused by people who I would probably class as vulnerable in society. So you're looking at the elderly, people with mental health issues in one way or another. Dirt doesn't really...
I mean, your house doesn't need to necessarily be dirty to get bed bugs,
no,
does it?
The biggest problem with this one is the residents who were here were hoarders, to a degree. Hygiene was poor, and that hasn't helped. But with the hoarding, what it's done is it's allowed the infestation to get bigger and bigger and bigger without actually noticing it. The other thing is, how can the people that were living in this flat continue to live in here, is some people just aren't affected by the bites. Some people aren't affected, they don't have a reaction. If I'm bitten by a bed bug, I look like I've been attacked by a dog. My arms sweat, was that massive?
Yeah.
I can safely say that both the residents, we saw them before they left, and neither of them really showed any signs of being bitten.
Which really highlights the importance of pest controllers not getting too involved with when people show them bites, right? Because who are we to make judgments on how skin irritation...
It's impossible. There's bits that we can look at as pest controllers. So people that show you a number of bites in a line, We know bed bugs tend to feed like that, but it's impossible. People who go to doctors, doctors say, yeah, it's definitely bed bugs. They can't tell. They really cannot tell. Dermatologists can't tell what it is. They can just say it's an insect bite, and that's about it. And that's gone through the courts in the UK with that, where people have looked to make claims against hotels, train companies, airlines, buses. It is impossible to tell from a doctor whether that bite is a bed bug or not. It can be anything. The other big one with bed bugs is you don't feel them bite straight away, which will lead nicely on to another video we're going to do. But you don't feel them bite straight away, and what you do get is a lot of people in the summer go out bitten by mosquitoes, things like that, come in, think they've been bitten by bed bugs, and it's just a delayed reaction to mosquito bites or being bit by other things. Ways of looking for it, if you've got a property and you think you might have it, is around the bed frames. Bed frames are great, headboards. Less than 10% of infestations, in my experience, are actually found on the mattress. It's normally within the bed frame, furniture surrounding. Monitors, we use monitors a lot for monitoring, and the bed bug sniffer dogs.
Which we proudly use here.
Which will go in and detect the insects hiding.
So this machine down here, do you want to give everyone just a bit of a run, or do you want to film me using the steamer?
Oh, I'll film you, Mark. Why hide behind the camera, buddy?
I don't mind being filmed every now and then. So basically, the Cymex Eradicator, it's highly regarded within the professional market with pest controllers. People often ask, why can't I just use a normal steamer? The problem with normal steamer is that you don't have control over the temperature. This particular piece of kit, it boils the water within the hub here, but this special device here actually deposits that steam at that controlled temperature. Now 60 degrees is enough to actually kill bed bugs on contact. This is 70 degrees. Now I'll give you a quick demonstration of using the steam in this extension lead, and you'll get an idea as to how powerful this is. Bearing in mind this will kill on impact any bugs, adults, nymphs, and including eggs. And for those of you who want to get a bit close enough, if we look carefully, just watch how that blood smears. It just gives you an idea that that is digested blood. So for those of you who are a bit unsure whether it is actually blood or anything else, the good old trick is just to lick your finger or get something that can smear it and just give it a smudge. If it smears like that, then it is blood, because blood does smear, and it is an easy way to see.
You can see again, just to cut in, actually looking within.
You can see bugs in there, can't you?
Within the sockets, you can see it sort of in this one here.
Yeah.
You've got nymphs within that.
And they only need such small places, don't they, Peter, to survive? Yeah,
so they've been around for hundreds and thousands of years.
There's a nice there you go. One there.
Just wedged in under the plug. So they've been around for hundreds of thousands of years, and they're the world's experts at hide and seek. They will literally get in to everywhere. There's lining paper on this wall here. They will actually get themselves underneath wallpaper and get into that. So for the pest controllers, all the plug sockets have come off and have been dusted. Just doing it. Sorry, there's so many notifications going through on this. Everywhere's been dusted. Underneath the floorboards has been dusted. Just leave them up to crack on. All in here again.
Dust the plug sockets, Peter, for those people wondering what we're doing.
So there's been a few people today that have made comments where people have been in to treat their bedbug problem. They've come in and sprayed around the room. Single treatment, job done. Again, as we said, these guys are the experts at hide and seek. They will pile into these places, and you really need to treat. absolutely everywhere. To give you, when I finish sticking to the floor, to give you an idea on this job, again, this is an area where we've stored some keepsakes that we've gone through. But you've seen the room. This might give you an idea of how many were in here, just by the amount of dead on the floor. That's literally just on that threshold strip. But as you can see, by dusting the floor joints, they're going to be piled in there. We're also monitoring the neighbouring properties while we're doing this treatment. You can see there's dead bugs everywhere.
There, everyone.
Yeah, so we've got 115 people at the moment.
And again, what this steam does is it works just as an insurance policy, because chemical works very well. But what we need to also do is get the numbers down when we're dealing with such high levels of activity. For those of you that saw the thousands upon thousands of bugs last week, it's just as important to get those numbers down, so then what we're left with are controllable levels. Now, bearing in mind, we are also going to be carrying out monthly inspections of this building, so we're taking into account all possibilities and making sure that the client's expectations are met, but most importantly, managed.
So, again, I know Mark showed you, and we're very lucky here. The tenants of this flat, the customers, have given us permission to film in here while we're completing the treatment. But again, just to give you an idea of the kitchen, it is pretty dirty. Mark, cup of tea?
Sorry?
Cup of tea, Mark?
Yeah, go on. Does anyone else want a cup of tea? We'll make some tea. Yeah. But, yeah, I'll put something in the oven.
Yeah, pop something in the oven, Mark.
I'll put something in the oven. Does anyone want anything? It's a nice... If you look carefully here, Peter, look, you'll actually see all the bugs all along here. There's bed bugs in the oven. All along here, if you can look, just where my gloves are, people. Those are bed bugs in the oven, in the kitchen.
So again, with this one, the hygiene levels are poor. I don't know if you want to look back there. So we're waiting on a decision, basically, with the kitchen on what's going to happen with this. We've obviously advised that it needs ripping out on a environmental health point of view. But again, going back to what Mark was saying, just quite how bad this infestation was, and obviously the pest controllers amongst us will know how bad it has to get when you've got bugs living in a kitchen, and you can see all the droppings and fecal material right through here. And again, round here on the dishcloths that probably aren't used that much. Again, they've round the edge here, you've got fecal material. We can't see your comments at the moment if people are commenting, but we'll have a good look afterwards.
We take a short break and get that kind of thing.
We'll take a little break now on the live feed, and yeah, we will
welcome you back shortly for dinner.
come back and welcome you back again in a little bit. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be back on in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.